Hello there YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today we're reviewing a Marvel Legend, which we haven't done in quite a while. It is the Marvel Legends Deluxe Cyborg Spider-Woman from the second Spider-Verse movie. I think it was Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1, right? Is that it? That sounds right to me. Anyway, she's a cool figure. I really wanted her when she came out, but she was like $60. And I says no. Absolutely fucking not. Even looking at her now out of package, I'm like, this is not worth $60 in any way, shape, or norm. But I got her for like 60% off, and now I'm like, okay, this is cool. I think $30 would have been fair for her. Maybe 35. She is entirely new sculpt, and she's pretty competently made. I do have a few little paint gripes. I mean, for a $60 adult collectible figure, you expect fully painted, right? And you can see that her webbing is like barbed wire, which is sick as hell. Like, it's really swag. And I'm glad they did this actual unique new Cyborg Spider-Woman, because if you know your comics, Cyborg Spider-Man actually isn't a cyborg, except for that one that appeared in Spider-Verse and I think was murdered immediately. Something like that. The original Edge of Spider-Verse comic, I believe, is what I'm thinking of. Or maybe it's the original Spider-Verse comic. Part of the original Spider-Verse event that happened in. But the actual Cyborg Spider-Man, it's like a big cybernetic arm brace. He's not actually a cyborg. It's just normal Peter Parker. But yeah, that barbed wire is really cool. She's very Mad Maxian. But you see, when it goes behind her, they stop painting it. And it's like, hey, that's not kosher, right? Same on her arm. You see, it gets halfway around, and then it stops being painted. Like, what is this? A Rider Hero Series figure? Check out my Kamen Rider Saber Dragonic Knight action figure review video to understand that reference. But yeah, it does it on the legs, too. That's not cool. Don't do that. I mean, come on. And it's like, they didn't paint the laces on the shoes either. Once again, $60 adult collectible figure. Finish the paint job. It's an adult collectible figure. Remember, if this was a kid's toy, that wouldn't bother me. But this is an adult collectible figure. Marvel Legends is supposed to be an adult collectible line, so it does bother me. If I would have paid full price for her, I would have been pissed at that detail. But luckily, I got her for a very fair price, I think. But I mean, the actual sculpting is very competent, though. Incredibly so. Big gun arm is sick as hell. I like that it's actually metallic, even though it's mostly molded plastic color. I think it came out well. Like the chains that make the big spider on her are really cool. Like gas mask pieces, spidery eye cover. I like the bullets, the bullet casings on the shoulder pad. That's a really cool touch. They're all little individual pieces that are glued in. They are all bent, and they will come out of package that way. Keep that in mind. But it's better than being snapped, because if they were hard plastic, they would definitely just snap off, right? There's some kind of claw on her knee. A lot of spikes that go a lot of different directions. It's a very competently sculpted figure. A very incredible sculpt, I would actually say. It's faithful to the art style, and it's a really cool design, and a big, hefty figure. Now, big, hefty figure would actually be a great way to transition in the size comparisons, but I still haven't shown articulation. You know, you've got up and down on that head, side to side, and you know, there's a nice little wobble. You know, I like the wobble. The arms are both different, so I gotta show you the differences in the arms, you know? And that's really it for that arm. You see? I actually just realized that turns. I didn't know that before the review. I guess that's more for playability. And if you have, like, Lightning Collection blaster effects, they might actually fit in there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to put clay or something in there to make them stay, but could work. And then the human arm, in and out, forward and back. Yes, it is hindered by the big shoulder, because of course it is. Once again, this isn't like a design they came up with. They have to go with the movie design. So if the movie design is not conducive to articulation, that's not really Hasbro's fault, especially with a shoulder pad this big. If it was small, it could lift up, but it's really big. You've got the bicep swivel, a double elbow bend, which they don't often give ladies, but she's big, so I guess she gets it. And then wrist rotation and forward and back. There's not a lot of forward and back. Come on. Also, I'm not a big fan of the holding hand. I wish it was just a fist hand or something. It's so weird to me when an adult collectible figure comes with a holding hand but nothing to hold. She has no accessories, which is fine for her. I mean, for $60, maybe some effect pieces to go in there would have been nice, or a web, or like a beam she could hold, like a crowbar or something that would fit her aesthetic. Once again, $60 figure. And that's Naughty Cat. Hi, Naughty Cat. $60 figure. Way too much for her. Don't pay that. But if you can get her cheap like I did, she does seem to be worth it. Anyway, the ab crunch is not the best up and down, but side to side, it's pretty good. You know? In and out on the legs. Forward is good, but with most Hasbro figures, the back is not going to get you anywhere. She has a hard plastic bussy, so it's just not going to work. Now, NECA and McFarlane have soft rubber bussies now, but the hard plastic bussy is here to stay at Hasbro, apparently. And you have a thigh swivel. Nice. A, double knee bend. Come on down, friend. There we go. And then there's not... It looks like there's a boot swivel on both sides. I've tried moving it before the review. I can't really get anything out of it, so I think they're actually not there. They're just parts. Like, I don't know. It just seems like it should be there. But it ain't, which is fine. I actually don't think they really need it on her. But we do have a nice ankle pivot with a good bit of up and down. The up and down is actually pretty equal. It looked like this one would hinder more, but it goes up just as much because they don't go up that much anyway. And pickles on the bottom of the feet. Now let's lay her down so that we can give her some size comparisons. Huh? Now, first up, I want to compare her with another spider. And since she's from a Spider-Verse film, I want to show her with another spider from that verse, yo. This is one of the best Spider-Men of all time. Spider-Man! I saw some discourse on Twitter saying that only fake fans call him that, but that's literally how he pronounces his own name, so how about you die? You can call him Toei Spider-Man, you can call him Japanese Spider-Man, you can call him Toku Spider-Man, call him whatever you want, as long as people know that's who you're referring to. Spider-Man is what I like to call him, so that's what I'm going to call him. So he's like a regular kind of 6-inch-ish Marvel Legend, so as you can see, she's big next to him. Now let's show her next to not only another lady, but also a big lady. You know, I like them big girls. That's right, I'm a pervert. Here she is with Red She-Hulk, which came out several years ago. And she's bigger than this Hulk. Now, I do also want to show her with another Hulk. This is a much bigger, more recent Hulk. It is the Walmart exclusive... Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Compound Hulk. Is it Compound Hulk or Composite Hulk? Uh-oh. It's Compound Hulk, Compound Hulk. It's Composite Superman, Compound Hulk. Remember that, remember that, remember that. Okay. But yeah, there's the Hulkster in all his Hulkin glory, right, Naughty? And he's a big Marvel Legend, and she looks like she could hold her own against him. Especially if his two halves weren't working together properly. But I mean, they fought Zimnu like this, so... Yeah, now the thing about this is, I haven't reviewed that Spider-Man, She-Hulk, or Hulk yet. But these are all probably going to be my next 3 reviews, because I'm just going to do Marvel Legend, Marvel Legend, Marvel Legend, you know? But yeah, she looks good with your smaller and bigger Marvel Legends. Very nice. So final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Across the Spider-Verse Part 1 Cyborg Spider-Woman. She's a cool figure. I do really like her. The only issue is she's too expensive. I mean, that's not the only issue. Her paint could be better. Definitely. They gotta implement rubber bussies at Hasbro. They just gotta. I know it makes the characters look like they're all wearing underwear, but it's better for articulation. It just is. It just is, Hasbro. Look, Hasbro, there's a reason that I'm buying way more from McFarlane and NECA than I am you these days. All right? Like, I don't love Spider-Man any less than I used to, but I'm sure buying a whole hell of a lot less Spider-Man stuff. You gotta step up. You gotta step up. But she is cool. Now that you can get her cheaper, I say go for it. But if you see her for her original retail price of like $60, man, fuck that. Pay $35 for her new in package max. All right? Since she doesn't have any accessories or anything, out of package is really fine too. Like, I mean, if you're an in-package collector, that's fine. But does have the type of packaging that doesn't have a window. You know, the eco-friendly packaging, even though action figures themselves aren't eco-friendly. I know, I'm a hypocrite. But I hear that in-package collectors don't really like that, which makes sense. I get that for in-package collectors. But for out-of-package collectors like me, I don't give a shit. I know a lot of people are like, oh, when we're looking at it in the store, we can't tell if it's damaged or if someone's stolen anything out of it. Yeah, I got this puppy on Amazon. That didn't really matter to me. Anyway, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.